Hello, welcome back. Rigel Smith here. Today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about using tea tree essential oil. Specifically, health protocols, why it would be great to use, some DIY recipes, and a sneak peek behind the bottle with doTERRA's co-impact sourcing about the people you help when you use doTERRA's tea tree essential oil. Now, tea tree is an herby smelling oil. It's herbaceous. Is that even a word? I'm not sure. But it smells clean. It smells fresh. It smells astringent, maybe even a little bit grassy. And it's an oil, when I think about it, it is great for all things cleansing. So think about cleansing your skin, your environment, and even your immune system. Those are really the primary benefits when I think about tea tree oil. It is a very popular oil. It is in almost every one of the top 10 essential oil kits that doTERRA has, because it's one of those that you just keep in your cabinet and you have in your bathroom cabinet for all the times you need it, for all things skin, blemishes, things of that nature. So specifically how I started using tea tree was on my face for breakouts. And I would add a drop of tea tree essential oil and a drop of geranium essential oil for hormones. I would add them to my face wash every night and use that to help cleanse my skin. And then I would sometimes even add it to my moisturizer. Now, you can do that for blemishes. You can spot treat. You can even spot treat if you get little eruptions around your mouth. This is a great thing to try. You could put a little bit of tea tree right on it. If tea tree doesn't work, try Melissa. Melissa is a little bit more rare and expensive oil. Tea tree is a little more affordable, so you can start with this, but if it doesn't work, definitely try Melissa. Tea tree is also really great for scalp health. So you can add a couple drops, maybe even just one drop, to a pump of shampoo. And for a dry, flaky scalp, you can kind of massage it in and help with your scalp health. If you want something moisturizing, you can combine that with my coconut oil hair mask that I've had in a previous video. I will link in the blog below with the write-up of all the uses for tea tree. So don't worry about taking notes or remembering all the recipes. After the video is finished, you can head over to my blog and check out all the recipes I mentioned and more for tea tree essential oil. Now, another cool thing about hair and tea tree is that it also helps to repel those little bugs, the little lice that sometimes the little ones like to bring home from school. And you can make your little repel blend with just some water, rosemary, lavender, and tea tree essential oils. About 10 drops or so of each. This is a recycled toner bottle, about 2 ounces in here. And just spray it on your hair before your kiddo goes to school, or even your hair, and it helps to repel those little bugs that like to follow our children home. We can also use it on scratches and scrapes. So a great use of the tea tree is in a boo-boo spray. And so if our kid at home gets a little scrape or I get a little scrape, we make this little homemade owie spray. And it just has tea tree, frankincense, and lavender in it. And the rest is coconut oil. This is just an upcycled bottle. And I just put on these little spray tops I found on Amazon, and I just spray it wherever we need it, and it works really well, no stinging. You could also use doTERRA's Correct-X ointment. It's a little ointment for cuts and scrapes that has tea tree in it. It also has in there, I think, helichrysum, myrrh, and some other oils that are really great for skin rejuvenation. If you're thinking specifically on skin blemishes, to circle back a little bit, there is a product called HD Clear that doTERRA formulates with the tea tree oil. So if you want to try something with tea tree and other things, this is a oil that I use every day after cleansing for breakouts. It has black cumin, hoewood, tea tree, of course, litsea, eucalyptus, and geranium. And I actually really like the smell. It's really fresh and clean smelling. And then for, I would say oily, more like teenage oily skin, you could try the foaming face wash from doTERRA. This has eucalyptus, tea tree, lemongrass, geranium, and rosewood, which is a really clarifying cleanser that you could use. For me, I like to use doTERRA's Virage cleanser, and I just add tea tree if I feel like I need it, or the HD Clear every day after cleansing, and that works great for my skin. And we're all different with our skin, so you kind of have to find what works best for you. Now, another thing that you can do is to keep your toenails healthy is using tea tree. You can do a foot soak or a foot rub with tea tree essential oil. This is great to do maybe after a pedicure to make sure you're keeping your toenails healthy and clean. You can also use it on your fingernails as well. Now, when I think about cleansing, we talked a little bit about your face, we talked about our hair health, and then we can also clean our actual space. So you can make your own all-purpose cleaner with tea tree. It works really well. You can drop a few drops in your toilet and get your little toilet bowl clean with your brush. You could make your own all-purpose cleaners, which I'll also have linked in my previous blogs and YouTube videos in the Melaleuca, also known as tea tree, essential oil blog below. And all-purpose cleaners are really easy to make. You could make it just by adding some vinegar, some water, and then in this case, I would do probably equal parts of tea tree and maybe a wild orange. Citrus oils are great cleansers and they smell good. I love when I diffuse to clean out my space in the air, tea tree with like a lemon or wild orange if I want something bright and clean, or if I want just something more to open my airways, tea tree, peppermint, and eucalyptus is awesome. So that's a great one to try as well. So we talked a little bit about some of the health benefits, the health protocols of how to use tea tree, and we just touched the iceberg, but there's a lot more in the Modern Essentials Handbook. I do have this on my Amazon favorite store. You can also find it on Oil Life, Aroma Tools, those kind of places. And then let's take a sneak peek in the emotions book, because all of our oils have both a health component and also an emotional component. So in the Essential Emotions book, it says that tea tree, also known as Melaleuca oil, is the oil of energetic boundaries. It's a cleanser by nature, and it helps clear negative and energetic baggage. It is specifically releases codependent and parasitic relationships. So this is something that you can use topically. You can diffuse it into the air or just use it as needed. Another cool thing that you can do with your tea tree oil is you can add it to a yoga mat sprayer. This is really easy. I take this to my yoga class, spray down my mat, and it has in it tea tree, lavender, I think I have in here witch hazel, I'll make sure the recipe's correct, and water. And I just spray down my mat. It smells great, it gets everything clean and really easy to use. Another thing that you can use for a cleaner is the abode oil that doTERRA has. And the abode oil is a mixture of some of the most effective oils at cleaning 5 different strains of household bacteria. Tea tree is one of those. And there are a few others in there as well, and that is one that you can make your own cleaner or use the doTERRA's pre-made concentrate, which is the abode cleaner for your countertops and your toilets, pretty much everything, windows, your oven, all your kitchen needs, and that is another option as well. Another one that I like to use that has tea tree in it is called Purify. And this is the cleansing blend. It has lemon, lime, Siberian fir, Australian fir, pine, citronella, tea tree, and cilantro. This is the oil that I use to get rid of anything stinky. So this can go inside of shoes, maybe with or without baking soda. You can put it on little cotton balls in little stinky areas. You could put it with maybe some baking soda and make like a carpet refresher that you could spray on carpets, or just, I guess, dust on carpets and vacuum up. And then it also smells really good on dryer balls that you can put just a couple drops on your dryer balls and throw them in the dryer with your clothes. So that's a great way to use a blend with tea tree as well. So our doTERRA tea tree oil comes from Kenya and Australia. And we've been talking about in our co-impact sourcing series how these essential oils benefit the growers and the communities they're in. And it fits in the mission with doTERRA's vision to triple their impact of who they help by 2030, which is a huge number of people. And the oils in the top 10 series are the 10 oils that have the biggest impact. So anytime you purchase these oils or one of the blends that has tea tree in it, you are making a difference in some communities in Kenya. So some of the cool things, it supports over 900 small-scale farmers. So these are artisan farmers in Kenya, where it's a rural community where they don't have a lot of access to everyday essentials or means of income. doTERRA has partnered with them. They have done a lot of things, including to support the water connection for 6,000 people. So such a basic need as fresh water is something a lot of these people in the community do not have. So they've connected 6,000 people with water. They've connected 2,000 students with water. They've also educated over 1,000 girls with the Days for Girls Menstrual Education Health Hygiene. So basics of this is what menstruation health looks like. This is how to wear a reusable pad that we can show you how to make so that you can still go to school and still continue interacting in your daily life. They have helped with sending girls to a leadership training called Girls on Fire, which is something that doTERRA is really passionate about, especially in these developing communities, is making sure the females are educated and have the same chance of success as their male counterparts. They've also done construction to build classrooms and primary schools. They have also helped with rebuilding and reforestation efforts. That's something that's super important, is when doTERRA harvests oils, they want to make sure that they respect the land and do it in a way that is sustainable and is there for generations and generations. So you can be rest assured that any of the doTERRA oils that are sourced are going to be done so in a sustainable and responsible way. And then there are some more information about some more connections with schools and water, and you can read more about their work with Kenya and the farmers that help to grow the tea tree listed in the tea tree blog. If you have any questions, drop them below. If you have favorite uses for tea tree that I didn't say, because there are a lot of them, drop them below so we can all learn. And of course, if you need doTERRA oils at wholesale pricing, which is 25% off retail, you can shop in my bio on Bliss Mama, and we will see everyone next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.